What's up, guys? So if you're struggling with online dating, like you're not getting any matches online, you're not getting any conversations, women leave you on red, then this is the video for you. Because I was in a similar spot many years ago where my online profile was just not on point. And because of that, I got no dates at all, and that was just very frustrating for me. And that brought me ultimately to a place where I said, okay, like I really want to fix this. There's something that I do not understand. Yeah, I need to start probably taking better pictures. Maybe I need to start doing a photo shoot. And eventually I did that because it was a good idea. But later on I figured out, well, this is not actually like the fix all. Because the problem is that a lot of guys, they might find themselves in a situation where you're busy with your career, you might have kids even, or you just left the uni, right? Like I was back then, where you're just not going out as much as that you used to, and because of that, you're not getting any conversations. And if you get no conversations, then how can you potentially meet someone that you really like? So that's when eventually I came to the idea, okay, I should start dating online, created a profile, and like basically after trial and error, and it took a really long time, nothing really stuck for me. And that's why I say, okay, like there's something that I do not understand. So my profile was just holding me back somehow, and I started to spend money on some photography sessions. And the pictures, some of you might look at these pictures and think, well, these pictures, they are not actually that bad. Well, they look better than the ones that I have on my profile. Yeah, but there's still some elements that I was missing compared to what I know nowadays about like how to really take the pictures where you show an attractive lifestyle, an attractive personality, and things like that. Because as you guys can see here on the slides, these were actually pictures that I was using years ago. And actually some of these pictures, some of them I shot them with just my friends, but other ones I actually paid for them with a photographer, or a dating photographer even. Which is kind of painful, because the reality is that a lot of photographers, even people that call themselves dating photographers, they might not necessarily know how to actually sell you as the guy, because that's ultimately what it's about with the photography that you take for your dating profile. So let's go over the ones and the mistakes that I made here in these pictures. Mistakes that I see almost every day when I'm reviewing dating profiles from guys as well. Because you can see, for example, here in this first picture, and I'm still wearing a suit. I just bought these shoes, and I kind of I'd say I looked sharp in that picture. Just got a new haircut, all of that jazz. But still, what was missing here, like you can see the background. It's not really something that women would think, wow, that's the kind of environment that I would want to jump into with this guy. This guy lives an interesting lifestyle. So there was really that element of personality was missing. And you can see also that I was just too far from the camera, where you can see that and also with my pose, like also something that in general that I recommend guys to avoid is putting your hands in your pockets. Because unless there are some exceptions to this, but in general, like 80-90% of cases, like putting your hands in your pockets is just not going to look confident. Well, often guys, they put their hands in the pockets because they just don't know where else to put them. So the posing was not on point, like facial expression, background, all of that, just needed some serious work basically. So then you can see in the second picture, which is probably one of the biggest mistakes that men make, is not shooting in an environment that appeals to women. I was just here standing in in an alley somewhere, like in Amsterdam, taking these pictures, and it was just not working. It was just not working because it's just very dull. Like, who would want to date a guy that like is just standing in an alley somewhere? There needs to be a little bit more personality. Also, I was not editing the picture here with FaceApp, and also layering your outfits usually tends to work very well here. That's why I tend to use either suits or like a denim jacket or just a leather jacket, because that adds a layer of complexity to your outfit, and that makes your pictures just stand out way better. So here you can see like creepy facial expression. I'm walking around in a shipyard somewhere. Who would want to walk around in a shipyard somewhere? No one really wants to sign up for that, right? This was a picture like somewhere taken in my backyard. Just no personality, no yeah, not a good location. You can see like I just had a new haircut. Fashion is not that good. Could be better, you know, but yeah, it was just not on point here. This picture, this was actually like the first time that I paid for a photographer. You can see here like the fashion is okay, but yeah, like you can see my facial expression basically, which is another mistake many men make. You have this kind of facial expression where you see, wow, like that guy, he looks like he's holding in a fart or he's about to take a shit or something, but he needs to pose for the picture, so he's like, and then you look like that in your picture, right? So yeah, this had a lot more potential if I shot in a better location, had better facial expressions and all of that, and all of that jazz. So yeah, and then the last one, another mistake that many men commonly make is just taking a picture where you're walking around in a forest somewhere, or you're like, it's almost like you're standing in a ditch somewhere, and that's the appearance that this picture gives. So even though the area is very nice, but if I shot in a different location in that same town, then it would have worked out a lot better. So yeah, I was making the same mistakes that most guys out there nowadays are making as well. And you could see that pretty much in all of these pictures. My fashion was not bad, but I still got no results. And by now, with all of this, I basically spent $500 without getting any results whatsoever. So that was kind of painful, and that a lot of guys, when I speak with them, yeah, I took a photo shoot, and sometimes guys, they spend thousands of dollars with a photographer that is taking pictures that are just as good as this. And yeah, that's just very painful, you know. Some guys, they just end up giving up altogether, and that's just sad, you know, because they have a lot more potential. Because you can see with all of these pictures, I had so much more potential before I figured out all of this stuff. So it's not just looks, right? I tell this to guys all the time, because I was not bad looking in any of these pictures. There was something else that was missing. There was the confidence, yeah, the lifestyle, that personality, showing really that vibe that women look at that picture and they're like, yeah, I would love to jump into that picture. Wow, that guy is interesting. Yeah, so I just didn't get it, and that's when eventually I wanted to figure out how do I crack the system? How do I actually get those pictures that when I slap them on my profile, like those matches, they will start rolling in. So yeah, I started reading online, like looking at photography, studying photography as much as I could. And eventually by now this was my 4th photo shoot. So I did 3 photo shoots, which were a waste of time and a waste of money. But eventually I took a photo shoot where I started to get it, basically. Where now when I put these pictures on my profile, hey, like there's a significant uptick, and a significant uptick in the quality, the matches that I'm getting, but also the quality of the matches that I'm getting. And that was basically here. This was like in Amsterdam that this photo shoot. And when I started to use these pictures on my profile, I started to get better results. But even though these pictures, I'm still using them, they're still decent. You can see the background is on point. Like there's a lot more confidence in the way that I'm posing. Also, often what I recommend guys to do is just steal the ideas of where to take your pictures. Steal them from women. Because what do women all the time do when they travel around Europe, like whatever? Oh yeah, I want to take pictures like along the canals in Amsterdam. And that's how all of these girls, they end up with these pictures along the canals. Yeah, because it's a trendy area. So that works really well. And you can see in my pictures that it worked really well as well. Yeah, and the editing, she is a really good photographer. This woman that shot this for me. So she had clear instructions. She knew what to do. She knew how to edit, and like the result was there. But I also knew, like, okay, now I had 2-3 good pictures. What else can I do if I improve even further, right? And that's where basically I want to take it up take it to another level. So that's when I started to take more photo shoots. I took more pictures of myself. I studied it even further. Hey, how can I look even more appealing? And this basically brought me to taking pictures as I do nowadays. I took another photo shoot here. This one was in Amsterdam with that same photographer. This is probably like the best hour that I ever spent in my life. Like, was just suit pictures. I didn't have any suit pictures on my profile. Suit pictures somehow, I don't know why, but they work wonders on dating apps. So yeah, here this is another. I went to the US to take a photo shoot, and that's where I got these 2 pictures from. And yeah, you can see like the way that I show up, the environments that I pick. I pick the kind of environments that are trendy, or that show some kind of status, yeah, or that you have access to scarce resources. Like here, like an airplane, people would, when a girl sees this, like, wow, like that guy, it's almost as if he just landed in there. Like, is he James Bond or something? Yeah. And the way that I walk is just with that confidence, head high. Yeah, that's what you want to aim for. And especially also in this picture, you know, where I'm leaning against the, where I'm having a sit, where I'm leaning with my head up. It's all confidence, Yeah, that's very important. Yeah, here these pictures, they were on some, on some rooftop bars, which is also something that I recommend guys to do often, because you get a really nice background the moment that you do that. So yeah, you make sure that you have a good outfit, yeah, that your facial expressions are on point, and in general that you're sitting there relaxed, yeah, because of course you're taking pictures and stuff, yeah, but you still want to sit there, with that relaxed energy. These 2 pictures, they are more what they call like date POV pictures, where it's basically these pictures, they show what it's like. They almost show what it's like for a girl to sit on a date with you, because you are there with the drink. Like the guy, he will show up like this, and we're like going to a nice bar that is in some skyscraper somewhere. That's very appealing, right? What girl wouldn't want to do that? So, and yeah, and the last picture is just a dog, picture. Was like fooling around with this dog. This dog, actually, she almost bit off my hand that day that I took this picture. So yeah, that's basically, you can see like a gradual like improvement from here to here, from here to here. Nowadays I basically only use pictures that are at least an 8+. Yeah, in terms of location, in terms of like facial expression, like the lifestyle that you present, and that's how you stand out that's how you stand out from the crowd. Everything in these pictures is really intentional. That's very important, because of the way that most guys shoot their pictures is just kind of all over the place. It's just, like a picture in a ditch somewhere, like a picture, like maybe a parking lot selfie, a bathroom selfie, and yeah, here we go, right? It's just very low effort, and it just doesn't look appealing in general. What kind of guy are you? Like, what's your personality, and what do you do in your day-to-day? Are you just the guy that is just like... Basically, if you look at these pictures, you would think, oh, that guy, he is not living an interesting lifestyle. Maybe he is just staying at home all day. Yeah. Are you the guy that stays at home all day, or are you the guy that like goes to a nice rooftop bar, like a nice restaurant, things like that? So now these pictures, they evoke a lot more emotions, and a lot more. You have a lot more that lifestyle element, basically. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you don't want to waste years of your life like I did, you know, in order for you to figure this out, then click the link in my bio, and then we can hop on a free consult and just figure out how we can fix this for you, and just in general help you to get the dating life that you want, because that's ultimately what you watch this channel for. So that's it, guys. Let's go.